No, did it actually work? Oh, it actually worked this time. Okay, that means I can restart NS2 and actually get in the game again. Obviously, obviously, I kind of was having some issues there with OBS, but now that that is fixed, I can remute things, including that, that. Okay. Tell the chat, 3 minutes-ish. There we go. Where is the server? Now there are too many people in the server. Anyway, aside from the issues here of called freaking the server being full. Anyway, hi, sorry for the delayed start there. This will be week one game for NSL season 4, Division 2B. This should be RadicaL versus Fear if I can ever get in the server here. Since this is a week one match, we are going to be playing on Summit and Tram with a Marine North spawn. Well, the server can hate me. Let's try this again. Let me in! It's always something. But anyway, the team should be in there, and aside from my OBS problems, once I get in the actual server, this should go pretty quickly. I hope everyone's having a good day. Um, oh, come on, password. Quit being dumb. Hope everyone's having a good day, or good evening, good whatever time is appropriate for your current position on the globe, or whenever you're watching at the time you are watching this. Um, yeah. Anyway, I am Feather Monster. I am potentially joined by my parakeet Asimov, who has been somewhat noisy today, so I apologize if she yells, but hopefully she is distracted enough and doesn't care enough that she won't be too horribly loud. Apparently somebody is like joining the server or something. Oh, there we go. There we go. Finally, gods. Yeah, I apologize for having issues there starting the stream. I mean, I don't like starting it up with huge amounts of wait time in the beginning because just I don't like the waiting. Okay, finally. We're finally in here. Okay, I'm all ready to go. Yeah, we're only 15 minutes late. How go figure. Yeah, only 15 minutes to get the match started, but this is NS2. I think everybody's used to things starting horrendously late. I apologize that I had to restart NS2 and didn't get it started there. I thought that just restarting OBS was going to fix it, but it didn't. Anyway, I believe we have two refs today, so we have Pelargir and Cat Caddis as our refs. Obviously, I'm casting, and since both teams are set up here, we've got looks like we're going to be starting on Summit, non-RadicaL. We have Nexon, Swalk, Sky Ice, Total, Psycho, and Levsteel. Meanwhile, on Elfir, on Aliens, we have Muted, Java, Mr. Oizo, Iots, Contagious, and Trigu. And they're obviously being somewhat. Oh, he's. Okay, so we have one guy there timing out. So we're going to be even more delayed because people are having issues. We always gotta have some problems since it is NS2. So hopefully this will be going on relatively soon because, yeah, I'm assuming that everybody actually wants to watch the game. And okay, it looks like Total has rejoined. So we should be. Oh, here we go. Yeah, 15 seconds. Let's see what happens. Good luck. Have fun, guys. 4, 3, 2. Longest second in the world. And here we go, starting where they were in pregame with Elfir over in data core and over in flight control. Flight control, we have RadicaL. Looks like they are going to be going 3-1 split to start. Or, yeah, with one building. And meanwhile, over here on Elfir's side, we've got 3 going down into sub-axis. Meanwhile, with Muted and Cross almost getting taken down really early. He's going to get out of there with a sliver of health. Meanwhile, over in Comp Lab, we have four lovely skulks going and taking him out there and popping the blueprint for the RT. Swalk is waiting in the hallway, parasited, but with Java going over to fight him, but dying relatively quickly. We have Ayats and Mr. Oizo hanging out in the vent in Crossroads, while two Marines that are Psycho and Sky Ice are hanging out sort of on the way to Pipeline with Muted watching from glass hallways. Oizo's already taking out the RT there in Crevice. Well, Left Steel's running back to come and try and kill it. Or try and kill him, so prevent the RT from being killed. Oizo's going to retreat without taking pretty much any damage whatsoever. Meanwhile, Psycho and Sky Ice are moving into into Reactor Core. Weapons 1 research has been completed. Looks like Mr. Oizo was making a run into flight control there, but didn't get particularly far, didn't get around the corner there. Swalk is moving into sub-axis, probably to kill the cyst and build the RT that will likely be appearing. Looks like Reactor Core just got cleaned up, and Java and Ayats are going to go move in and try and take out Left Steel and then take down the RT if it does not get recycled. Lots of pistols there that didn't make their mark. Ayats is able to clean up Left Steel and then is able to go over to the RT with Trigu as backup. And Crevice Muted is going after the RT there. Looks like they did get Atrium cleared. Sky Ace is going in, but is against Trigu, who just got taken down. Ayats and Muted here, but Left Steel's running up behind, so they may clear Crevice here. It'll be close if Ayats can dance around a little bit. Oh, 3%, not quite. Mines have been started. Looks just another minute here until Lurk res. Total has got taken out there in Reactor Core, and Psycho is a bit too late to be able to go through and actually save him. However, the RT is so low, it practically sneezes on it and it dies. Down in Vent, we've got Swalk versus Java. They're just going to sit there and stare at each other a little bit. Ayats is up as Lurk now. And he comes to back up Java there and take out Swalk. They split back up. It looks like they're moving. It looks like he's moving towards Crossroads now to take down Sky Ice, and with the help of Mr. Oizo. But Psycho is again a little bit too late, coming to back up his teammates. Like Trigu is the other Lurk, and he drops down from the ceiling to pounce on Total, who gets taken down relatively quickly. Looks like shotguns are researching. Will be up momentarily. We got Muted trapped in a vent there with Left Steel at one end and Skyas on the other, but since Skyas just ran away, it looks like Muted could technically go out of that vent. Got the lurks down in sub-axis while Java's biting down the RT. Swalk is going to come around the corner, and then IOTS is probably going to drop on his head. He just pounces down from, or well, flaps down from the ceiling and takes him out. Up in Crossroads, looks like, was it Psycho that just got taken down? Looks like it. Either way, Crossroads is being harassed, and it looks like Lev Steel is going to head over there to try and take him out. IOTS is blowing up some mines in event. And Total is pushing back into sub-axis alone. About to be taken out. Oh, he did drop a mine there at some point, so... Or no, it was a Java that dropped a mine at some point. He's taken out by Contagious, and Swalk is... comes a little bit too late. There's a lot of this a little bit too late to save teammates. They aren't necessarily grouping up as well, it seems like. Psycho is going to try to sneak around the corner with a shotgun, takes out... I missed it. Either way, one skulk down. Chigu's also cleans him up there, and that shotgun is just gonna... Unless somebody runs down there, they're gonna lose that shotgun. Crossroads Res is down, and Mr. Oizo clears up Lev Steel there in Reactor. Got a reasonably large group of people here in Comp Lab. It looks like Elfir will clean that up and then take down that, finish actually taking down that RT. Mr. Oizo's sneaking around waiting for Lev Steel to come around the corner here. He just parasites him as he goes by. We got Skies in Total walking back into Reactor Core, but there's no RT drop there yet, so they'll just probably desist and keep moving, I would assume. Contagious is hanging out in the hallway, but IOTS shows up and moves in to try and take down, looks like Total first, and then they'll probably all converge on Skies as well. And that has been cleared. Looks like we have Psycho and Swalk moving into sub-axis from Comp Lab, but Trigu is there to slow them both down. Looks like Java is also there. But obviously, with two of them, it'll be a little bit more difficult. Trigu moves in from a flank to take down, to help support the Skulk. Psycho is taken down, and now sub-axis is cleared. Meanwhile, up in Atrium, we have Total and Sky Eyes moving in versus Oizo and IOTS. They are dropping the RT there, it looks like. And looks like Elfir is going to back out of the room. They have Sisted up there, though. Lev Steel just completed the RT there in Crossroads, but with Mr. Oizo and Muted there, it may not be a particularly long-lived RT. Unless he is able to clear them up, but he is not, so that RT is going to get chomped on. We got Swalk and Psycho moving into sub-axis again, but Trigu was sneaking along behind as a lurk and takes out Psycho and now also Swalk. And with that cleared, it looks like we've got IOTS Muted and Mr. Oizo taking down Crevice, with IOTS delaying Lev Steel, who decides to go to Crossroads instead. In Reactor Core, we've got RadicaL's Total and Sky Eyes versus Contagious. Looks like Armor 1 is going up. Looks like Reactor Core Harvester does go down, but so does the Atrium Extractor. Total is alone there and gets taken down by Muted, and it looks like Skies is too late to save him by a considerable amount. But Oizo and Muted are just gonna stare at him there and see if they're going to charge in or not. But since he has a shotgun, maybe not. Meanwhile, in Crossroads, we did have IOTS go down, which unfortunately I missed, aside from his corpse going flying through the sky there. We do have fades up, though. Java being current fade. See if we see another one. Yeah, it looks like Muted will be the other fade. Will be up momentarily. Oh, Swalk and Psycho moving in to try and take down the Vent RT again. Well, we've got, looks like, splitting up here, so Looks like we're just going to have a bit of a fight here over the vent RT, which is desisted and may end up keeling over. Likely, yes, very much will keel over here. Well, it looks like they're going to. Looks like we've got everybody here on the arms lab, which is. Yeah, it looks like that's going to go down unless Lev Steel and Nexon are able to clear them out, but they're able to flee the premises after losing their arms lab. Trigger's going to go and clean up Nexon and Lev Steel. Oh, almost gets taken out by a mine there. You better be very careful there. Some wise mining. It looks like Java also made kind of a wrong turn because Swalk and Psycho had moved back into sub-axis. However, though they were both relatively low health, they did escape with their life forms, quite obviously. So they're still working on that sub-axis harvester, which does go down. It looks like we're going to have Muted versus Sky Ice potentially here in Crossroads with Java moving in to back him up. Arms Lab is back up and operational, so they do have their armor and weapons again. We got Psycho and Swalk walking towards Data Core again, but back up at the last moment. We got Trigu pretty low there, but then again, so is Lev Steel. All it'd take is a couple of well-placed shots and they'd be down both lurks. Looks like the Crossroads RT is going to go down. Meanwhile, down in Vent, we are having a relatively big battle here with the Fades and Swalk with a shotgun, Psycho with an LMG. Trigger shows up a little bit later to be obnoxious as a lurk and spike them, waste some med packs. Back at the flight control, we've got Oizo moving in again to chomp on the arms lab, but it looks like Sky Ice will come in to back up Nexon to try and remove him from their presence. Having a fairly strong push of life forms into Crossroads here with both Fades and the Lurk. Over there, since it has been cleared, they're going to go back and kill other things. Looks like Java decided against trying to fight Java and Swalk there in Vent, but Trigu's going to come in from the opposite direction and harass them, while it looks like everybody's grouping up from the other side. And they do finally get cleaned up, so they will be able to resist that that resource point and drop a new harvester. Meanwhile, the Crossroads is getting cleaned up with the power down. That obviously will take a while for them, for RadicaL to be able to, and a whip, to clear that and be able to recap that node. Meanwhile, Oizo's working on the RT there in Comp Lab, but Psycho and Swalk are probably going to come pick him off well before that. Yeah, well before that RT was in any danger whatsoever. Both Fades moving into Crevice. And are going to meet up with Total there in Summit Reception. They do finally have an OBS up now, so that gets cleared. Sky Ice and Left Steel are a little bit too late, but Trigu is going to fly right into them and dodge away without much going on. They are able. Meanwhile, down there, looks like Psycho and Swalk are yet again pushing into ventilation to keep that node from being recapped. Mr. Oizo's the only one there at the moment, but he gets taken down relatively quickly. We have a 3-push going into Crossroads here, or what had been a 3-push of Left Steel and Sky Ice, the two being that actually goes, the two that actually move in to kill the RT. The whip is running away. Meanwhile, we've got Ayats, it looks like, moving through the vent to see if he could. Is he going to just move in? He looks like he's just going to go into Comp Lab and try and take down that RT. We have the Fades that moved into base briefly. But with Sky Ice and Left Steel coming in from Crossroads, they back out through Atrium. We got Trigu moving in to try and chomp on them. And he may get Left Steel down, but they may get cleared here because of Java moving in. But it looks like Trigu did finally get that. Meanwhile, back in their base, it looks like we had Looks like the Swalk team had moved in to try and desist the based harvester, but did not manage. Mr. Oiz was taking down the vent RT that had been dropped, and will probably move now into sub-access. It's like Sky Ace is all there alone and loses a shotgun. Left steals too late, but will probably be able to save the shotgun at the very least. So Trigu better watch out. Meanwhile, down in Comp Lab, we've got Muted running away with relatively low health. IOTS has relurked, it looks like. And we are 4 minutes away, or no, about a minute away. Am I doing the math right from Onos here? So we should be seeing that soon. Sky Ice and Left Steel in Summit versus Java and IOTS. I take down Sky Ice because he had been separated from Left Steel. It looks like they will be moving in against Left Steel next, assuming Java doesn't get pwned by shotguns. So just total now with his shotgun versus Muted and Trigu. Sky is moving in probably to, and we'll probably pick up one of the shotguns that have been dropped. But it looks like Trigu's going to back out. Meanwhile, down in Comp Lab, we've got, looks like they're going to take down the Comp Lab RT. Meanwhile, the one in sub-access has been dropped again. Muted misses a couple swipes and exits the area. Looks like the almost takes down both Left Steel and Sky Ice, but they're just a few HP short of clearing Crossroads. So I guess IOTS goes in, is able to take down Left Steel, but gets taken down by Sky Ice. And the rest of his team shows up a little bit too late to save their poor lurk. They're able to save Crevice there. Left Steel hiding in the little hidey hole there. We got Swalk and Psycho yet again in Vent. They're being really hard on that RT. And as you can see, there's been quite a bit of res biting going on. Especially good from Elfir so far. Looks like they will be grouping up here to clear ventilation. Psycho and Swalk back up a bit so that they definitely have more room to cover. And a nice little choke point there at the doorway. Looks like the higher life forms are going to just back off, especially since they already lost the vent harvester. Meanwhile, in Crossroads, we've got Left Steel and Sky Ice moving in, and they do take down the Crossroads harvester. Got Mr. Oizo pushing into base. The Comp Lab RT is being chomped on by IOTS. They do have phase gates up, so it'll be interesting to see whether they go for a vent phase gate or not once they have that RT up. They just lost Trigu up in Pipe Junction there. And a little bit too late. Fades are a little bit too late to save them there, yet again. Looks like we got Sky Ice trying to snipe down the RT there in Crevice. And I don't know why I'm having such issues talking today, but there you go. Looks like the Fades will be taking down Swalk here, assuming Java doesn't get picked. But since there's nobody else there, should be fine. We do have the Onos up as Mr. Oizo, who's hanging out in Glass Hallway. Looks like they will be pushing Crossroads. Moving in here, it looks like he will first take down RadicaL, and then they will all converge. Or why am I saying the last part first? They took down. Oh, that was stupid. Anyway, whatever. RadicaL has been cleared from Crossroads, and they're taking down the power that are likely to prevent a phase gate. However, we've got Psycho and Swalk yet again moving into the main hive and are desisting the RT there in base. They've got Trigu already relurked, along with both Fades, to come and try and take them down. Obviously, whoa, Muted. Almost getting taken down with... Ah, the hive's in the way. Uh, Already healing now, but that was fairly close. They will be able to resist that RT. Crossroads has been cleared. But it looks like they are going to try pushing in. And looks like Mr. Oizo is going to play a little bit defensively, and Trigu better not lose his other lurk again. They are going to retreat. That's a little bit late to the party. But Swalk, Levesteel, and Total are going to, looks like, hold Crossroads with Psycho being annoying there in the little hallway and keeping Trigu at bay with a shotgun. Looks like they're going to clear ventilation again. Or clear the extractor ventilation again. Got just a Fade there waiting around the corner, I'm assuming. Let's see if we can get a nice shot of him. Are you just gonna wait for him to go back? Okay. Both Fades converge here. One Marine down. Psycho down as well. Onos is moving down into sub-axis and will be, looks like, coming along the south side of the map. Levesteel and Swalk have built up the RT there in cross, with Java and IOTS waiting around to pounce whenever it seems appropriate. Get shooed away relatively easily. Looks like they're going to move into Comp Lab where the Onos is. But one by one versus an Onos, of course, not going to be the best except for in certain circumstances, which are very rare and hopefully never happen again. Anyway, we got Psycho and Total moving in against Oizo and Trigu. With Umbra, you obviously shouldn't be quite as concerned, especially when they're both LMGs, but they're going to retreat anyway. Get to a better position at the very least. Since he's at just under half health, it probably is better for him to just run off and heal. They've had plenty of res stored up, and most people have their life form, so it should be okay. IOTS does have 30 res, and thus could relurk whenever the heck he feels like it. Or he could just keep saving, whatever. Got Java just hanging out there around a corner, waiting for Sky Eyes to move into a good position, and Java is able to take him out. Muted and Trigu moving in there against Psycho to get cleared up there. Total the next victim of this little Fade and Lurk pack. Meanwhile, Mr. Oizo's over there being, well, a giant distraction, I suppose, at this point. They are going to move. Looks like both Fades are going to take a shortcut over through Crossroads. But Mr. Oizo's just going to hang out over there. They do have a gate up in Crossroads, so that does have a significant portion of hallway for that would need to be crossed for them to get over to it. We got Psycho moving into sub-axis again. I have like the hiccups or something. Anyway, we got Mr. Oizo just poking at them and wasting their time. We got, with the 3 Marines all there with shotguns, obviously it's not exactly the best place to push. We've got Total moving up into Atrium to be obnoxious if possible. But all things considered, they have a fairly good amount of harvesters on the alien side, so... Oh, yep, and we got IOTS' Gorge. So they're going to go and attempt to clear this phase gate. We're all the Marines left, and they're all down in vent. So they're just going to go after that phase gate. Psycho moves through the gate. Looks like, are they getting a gate up there? And yeah, they are going to get a gate up in vent, but they're going to lose the one in Crossroads. So Crossroads has been cleared, but the one just went up in ventilation. So obviously that is a very good gate to have. However, at this point there is kind of a push on the base with the Onos and everything, so looks like they may clear. Swalk is down and Total will be next, it looks like. So they play Ring Around the Rosie around the little little pillar there. They are gonna have to see if they end up actually pushing into the base or not. Meanwhile, in Crossroad, or down in Ventilation, we got Lev Steel, the only one there, taking down the RT. The RT has been cleared, but it looks like with the big push here of the Marines, they are going to get cleared. Shotgun's going down. Total, the only one left. He gets taken down, and now they are moving into base and jumping straight on an RT or on an IP and killing as many respawners as humanly possible. It looks like we are losing people on RadicaL side, so this will be a GG, and there is the GG. First round going to Elfir. I'm going to have a drink of water and hope that I can talk better for this second round that's coming up. Okay. All right. So we gotta wait for everybody to rejoin the teams, quite obviously. I'm apparently still not quite awake yet, given how much I was fumbling talking there. I apologize. Hopefully here we will get to ready up reasonably soon, so that I don't have to babble incoherently for too particularly long. I am curious, though, when we go to Tram, whether we're going to have, how many resets we're going to have before we get the Marines on the North Spawn. It is good to see these see both these teams play, though, mostly because I'm sitting here curious curious how they do play, since my team's in the same division. Yeah, I've gotta, you know, scope out the competition and all that jazz. I mean, we'll see how it goes. I did talk to IOTS earlier, and I know he said that they felt they had some pretty strong alien games, or where they were confident in their alien rounds. So we'll see how Elfir does when they are on Marine, and it will be starting here in 10 seconds. Longest second, and here we go. Time for round 2 on Summit. Looks like we've got the often detested Atrium spawn for RadicaL and Subaxis for Elfir. Looks like they're going to head out here with 4 going down, 4 of RadicaL moving down one side of the map, and Psycho moving down the right on his own. We've got Oizo and Java building up Comp Lab, along with Trigu and IOTS in Vent. Muted is building up the Arms Lab. And immediately, Weapons 1 is started. We've got 4 here versus Mr. Oizo and Java, who quickly are about to get picked off here. Muted shows up a little bit too late to do much, but all of those skulks are chipped. They do take down Total, and that RT probably will go down here unless he gets some really good shots. Dancing around the RT. Okay, he looks like he will probably save it. Muted is the hero of this little engagement and takes down all the remaining skulks. Looks like they are going to are in the process of capping Crevice. Looks like both Muted and Mr. Oizo are going to come up against Sky Ice and Total here in the sort of summit/flight area. Total was able to clean him up with Swalk not far behind to group up with him. It's like Java and Total are going to have a little bit of a sneak off here along with Swalk. Lots of bouncing around, but he does get cleaned up, especially with Lev Steel showing up at the last moment. He's going to try and work on that RT, but Muted is there again. Not quite going to get it, it looks like. He might. Looks like if he can land his pistol shots, he'll clear Love Steel, and then we can move across the map. Meanwhile, over in Glass, we've got Ayats and Trigu versus 3 Skulks, but Swalk is the victor. Got Psycho moving into the Data RT. Repins 2 has been started. Got Mr. Oizo versus Swalk here in Pipe Junction. With Psycho moving in as well, and they all pounce on him and clear him rapidly. Ayats is going to come up against Swalk here, who's going to go after the RT, but yeah, he's with 6% health left. He's going to get cleared. Trigu has met up with Ayats. Meanwhile, up here in Summit, we've got Java and Muted versus Total and Love Steel and Sky Eyes. They clear one Skulk immediately. However, Java goes down and it's now Muted versus who takes down. Is he going to be able to? No, he doesn't quite clear the other 2 Skulks. Gets 1 out of 2. Love Steel's going to run it into Oizo, who takes him down relatively quick. Looks like we are 1 res from Lurk, so that will be up 30 seconds or so, if I can do math. Anyway, we got Ayats and Trigu versus Swalk, Sky Ice, and Total. Ayats gets taken down and almost. Hey, that could have gone. That a few more landed shots, and the Skulks could have been the ones who lost that engagement. Meanwhile, in Summit, looks like Mr. Oizo just got cleared. Taking a peek here, the Elfir is doing a very good job. Well, was doing a very good job at keeping the RTs up. Then immediately 2 drop, of course. Anyway, looks like Muted just got cleared up there in Comp Lab. The OBS has been completed, and Phase Tech immediately started. Lurks are up in the form of Sky Ice and Swalk. Got Love Steel working on the RT while, was it Psycho and was it Total that were harassing the Marines. Got both Lurks there in Pipe Junction while Trigu and Muted attempted to defend them and just get spiked a lot. Both Lurks moving into Cross while Oizo and Java move into Flight to cap that. Trigu is able to take down the Skulk there that engaged. The Lurks back off and likely go to heal. Phase Tech is completed. We've got Total and Love Steel and with Lurk support from Sky Ice moving in against Java and Mr. Oizo, who do get cleared. Meanwhile, over in Glass, we've got Muted and Trigu versus Psycho and Swalk, who and Elfir ends up backing up back into Data Core. Meanwhile, the Comp Lab RT is going to go down here unless something crazy happens. There. As is the Vent RT, so they are now doing a very good job at taking down the naturals there. Got Ayats versus Psycho, who then runs into Mr. Oizo and gets taken down. Java is pushing back into Comp Lab, with Love Steel hiding in the vent, getting his upgrade. Total almost manages to escape with a sliver of health, but does get taken down by probably a bullet in the back leg or something like that. We got Love Steel being obnoxious and chomping on the base power here in sub-access, but he squeaks out through the vent as nobody but the Comet was there to take him. However, he is now trapped in there. He is not getting out. He is going to die in a hail of bullets unless he wins this little engagement, and he does, and Ayats gets pwned, but Java's waiting at the other end. Having this little fight here. Love Steel's probably just going to go out the vent side and join up with Psycho, who is working on that RT. Ayats has come for revenge and does get his revenge against Love Steel. Moves on to try and clear, and does clear Psycho. Java got cleared here in Comp Lab, but Muted is coming back to try and save the RT. Total is going to run away, does get cleared. And they are going to have to rebuild the one in Comp Lab. 6 RTs down in 6 minutes. Pretty good now. was kind of a slow start, but they really picked up the pace with the res biting. With the phase gate now up in data, will definitely make it easy for them to reinforce it, but if they... So now with Trigu just got taken down, and IOTS, now it's just Contagious there versus the Lurks. Okay, Mr. Oizo is going to show up. Looks like Contagious is going back to go back in the chair. So I believe he's the commander, unless I am totally misremembering things. Both Lurks working together well to try and clear out the Marines. Meanwhile, Vent is going to go down to total again. Got muted all on his own there, trying to sneak along, but since Swalt came up from behind him, it didn't have much of a chance there. Looks like they were able to save the Vent RT. Both Lurks swooping in through Crossroads towards Trigu there in glass. Or not, they're gonna go... okay, they are gonna poke at him. But with IOTS and Mr. Oiza moving into Crossroads, the Lurks are a little bit pinched, but not too badly. We'll be able to... Looks like Swalk will be able to go through the vent, no problem. Looks like Lev Steel with a sliver of health is going to go and take down the Vent RT, which also had a sliver of health. Meanwhile, the Crossroads Harvester is probably going to go down, and may go down, depending on whether or not they can shoo the Lurk away. Looks like they're going to take down the power there and Vent to further delay that. The RT being redropped, but he isn't able to manage it. Swalk is going to come and be obnoxious, with Sky Eyes swooping in again. Takes down IOTS, and then Mr. Oizo will probably be not far behind. There he is. Java and Muted also moving up to Crossroads to try and hold that position. They are going to try and resist the Harvester there, but those systs get blown up. They're going to do some repair work, or rebuilding the RT there in Vent. Fades are up from Total and Psycho. They swoop into the Crossroads and clear that. Power did not even get built. Shotguns are researching. Trigu is trying to hold them off there in Data Core, but with both Fades and a Lurk, that isn't exactly the best scenario for him. Looks like we got Java and Muted popping through the phase gate there. But we'll probably get to... Oh, they might... no, they're gonna just shoot the phase... Oh, wow. Whoa, freaking Swalk. Living dangerously. Got Lev Steel on that RT again. He's doing a pretty good job at making sure that there's always somebody coming to recap or defend. Shotguns have been completed, so we'll probably be seeing those out on the field here as soon as people run back to an armory. Looks like both Fades may be coming down to try and defend Flight here. Psycho's the first one in versus IOTS, and there is Total as well. They take IOTS out. They're getting Armor 1. Power is taken down in Comp Lab. RT is next. Got Java and Mr. Oiza moving in against Lev Steel and Swalk Lurk. Psycho's going to come in through the little passageway there and be backed up by his fellow Fade. And that gets cleared. Gonna have a little bit of poking at base here just to waste time, most likely. IOS has a shotgun, and so the Fades both retreat. Got Lev Steel and Swalk just waiting around the corner there. Mr. Oizo also with a shotgun. Meanwhile, up in Reactor, we've got Muted and Trigu there harassing the RT. But we've got Psycho versus IOTS here over by the phase gate. Muted's going to run back and support him. But then again, so is Swalk. Trigu also has backed up with his LMG, and the aliens are going to be retreating here. Still 10 res from Onos, however, so it'll be a while on that. Battle here in towards Flight, and all the Marines get cleared. RT and Ven is going down yet again. IOTS is going to try and save it. May end up getting Lev Steel here, or maybe he can miss. Yep, Lev Steel's alive and kicking still, so he'll probably go over, chomp the phase gate until backup arrives. And what looks like all the aliens are pretty much converging on there. IOTS gets taken down. That will now be a grind gate, and it will be bye-bye. Bye-bye gate. Muted. Trigger, you guys are a little bit too late here. Maybe you could get the fade though, that would be good. That would be good. Nope. Okay. Well, they're getting an advanced armory, it looks like. Got Swalk hiding there around the corner. Skies and Psycho moving in as well to try and clear Java and Mr. Oizo, which they do. Crossroads does seem to be fairly firmly in the grasp of RadicaL. Looking at the RTs here, 8 of them down. Only 2 harvesters, so definitely good pressure from RadicaL on Elfir's RTs. Gate got put back up in data. We have two pressure moving into reactor yet again. We've got, looks like yet another big battle here in Pipe Junction. IOTS and Mr. Oizo versus, it was pretty much everyone. They're going to go up and clear the guys in reactor now. Oh, however, we did lose Psycho there, so 1 fade is now down, which is definitely good for Elfir. However, and RadicaL's also going to lose that RT. Both lurks are going to move in towards the phase gate and start chomping on that and see if they could kill that. Contagious pops out with half health along with 2 buddies there as Muted and Java. They're able to drive the lurks away. Total's going to clean up Muted. Left Steel's going to take down the power. He's been a pretty awesome res biter. Got Total moving down through Vent, stopping short of going into their base. Left Steel is not afraid though. He's going to go right after. Is that the obs in there in the corner there? Yep, we got a couple skulks and a lurk on that. Looks like he's going to stay on that and take down the ticket. No? 5%. Too bad for RadicaL. Looks like they're going to go after the RTs again and try and take down Comp Lab, which has been relatively problematic for Elfir. That one has gone down a lot. Total's waiting there around the corner to take down Java. IOTS is going to head up there too. Total goes back to his hiding spot around the corner. But IOTS was sort of expecting it. But since he's just 1 LMG, he's not going to get down Mr. Oizo a little bit too late to be able to actually take down the fade there. You got Sky Ice versus Trigu, who has a shotgun, and he just annihilates Sky Ice. So they are down to 1 fade now. No lurks. Did I miss the other lurk death? I might have. Anyway, we got IOTS and Trigu moving in here against Psycho and Lev Steel. Trigu gets, or no, missed the thing there. Anyway, 1 Marine down. Trigu is the sole survivor of the little battle there. We got Java and Mr. Oizo there in Comp Lab. Looks like we have a second fade again. Swalk is now up as a fade. They're gonna go after the odds again. Meanwhile, looks like we have people phasing back to try and drive away RadicaL. They did not lose anything besides a Marine this time. Good for them. Not so good for RadicaL. We got Mr. Oizo and Java in flight control taking down that RT. And Muted hoping, with Lev Steel up as an Onos. We got Psycho kind of baiting a little bit here. Hides around the corner and tries to snipe down Psycho, but they're all waiting there in data and having basically every life form here. They do get cleared, and it looks like that gate will be gone momentarily. They are getting jetpacks. They are researching. They will be up shortly. Got Sky Ice moving back down into Vent to try and take down that RT since it is under half health. Muted shoos them away. Looks like they will be losing data. However, in flight, they may take down Swalk here. They get a couple of good shots, he'll be gone. But Total moves in to save his fellow fade and clears that, no problem. Got the Onos pack here. Well, the Onos and friends coming through, clearing Vent. Quickly finishing off that RT. With that Gorge support, that's of course extra irritating for Elfir at this point. They're gonna go back into data, looks like, and build up a little Healy base. It's like Crossroads Hive was dropped, and that's almost grown. Well, 60, whatever. Relatively grown. Got 3 Marines here pushing into flight. No RT there, but I'm assuming they're going to try and get a gate up, which has just been dropped. Meanwhile, they've got everything moving into everything into sub-access. They are going to beacon that. The gate is up. All the Marines chase after them. It looks like Psycho is maybe. No, he gets out of there with like 2 or 3%, somewhere between 2 and 4. The gate, however, is being annoyed by Sky Ice. And it wouldn't be surprising to see them group up and try that again. Silly Chad. Anyway, we've got Java with shotgun versus Total, who retreats. Sky Ice also doesn't even bother going in. We got Lev Steel and Psycho moving in towards Comp Lab now that the Marines have moved up towards the north. They're going to take that down while Total goes back to try and take down Muted, but with Trigu and Java also there, Total decides against it. They are flying around on jetpacks now. Swalk may go... No, he's going to get out through the vent. We had that. Where'd he go? Where's that Onos, who's also very low? Oh, Onos down. It looks like that bone wall missed, or they went around the side. So Onos down. That is not good for RadicaL. But they have saved their other life forms for the moment, aside from the Gorge, who also went down. You can see the little orange-bellied Gorge corpse there over by the hive. Iot's going down. Muted Mal going down as well. Trigu maybe next. Assuming he doesn't get a couple of more good shots on Total. They're just going to leave him alone, especially since Java is right around the corner. Looks like Lev Steel is going to go under the ground there and into the vent, and they're going to have a little vent fight. Total's going to come back and kill Muted from the flank. Looking at the res graph real quick. Res biting definitely slowed down, however it's not like at the moment Elfir has much res. They have almost enough for another round of jetpacks for everyone, but not jetpacks and shotguns, so they'll have to keep from dying, or be very good at cycling their shotguns. It will probably, it looks like they are rebuilding Comp Lab here, but so Trigu is being as obnoxious, or no, Total was being as obnoxious as possible there. Did drop the hive in data as well, so at this point it's probably only a matter of time before both that gate goes down and they lose, or Elfir is slightly doomed unless they kill some more life forms, which they just took down. Is that Sky Ice? Looks like Sky Ice just went down as Lurk again. However, we've got Lev Steel and Psycho both on the RT there in Comp Lab. Muted going over to try and take him down. Only Psycho left. He's really determined. Total moves in there to try and take out Muted and make sure that that 15 res from the jetpack is going to go away. Looks like Swalk moves in as well, and they make sure that those jetpacks are dead. We got Iots and Mr. Oizo taking down Vent. Meanwhile, Total is being annoying over by the gate. We'll be backed up here by Lev Steel and Psycho momentarily, along with Sky Ice, who has re-lurked. Looks like Psycho will probably be their next Onos if this game holds out that long. However, it may or may not. Looks like they could. Looks like they are sending somebody over to Cap Vent, so that will be under Marine control shortly, likely. So they're going to hold on to flight control for now, but Total and Sky Ice are waiting to pounce on. Looks like Java, who goes down. Mr. Oizo's next. They're just losing those jetpacks at this point. They need to get rid of those fades. But they have so much res that at this point, if Total went down, he could just refade. Swalt could go back to being a lurk if he wanted. It's like Trigger's gonna come over there and try to save the power there in Vent, but with Lev Steel and Swalk, or along with Psycho, it's not. Looks like they will shoo them away. We got some more pressure here. Looks like we just lost Sky Ice again, who was a lurk. He's just gonna keep throwing his lurks, but we got Psycho and Lev Steel and Total all moving into sub-axis now. Lev Steel's gonna be the last one out there. I'll get out with relatively low health. Go take a couple bites at the power to be obnoxious. Psycho again trying to take down the power in Comp Lab. They're down to just 2 RTs there for Elfir. And it's just pretty obvious that RadicaL has, 80% of the map. That phase gate it's helping a bit, but with 3 hives complete, it isn't exactly looking too good for Elfir. Trigu! Oh, Total does go down. However, he has 60 res. He may go Onos. If they'd killed him 10 res ago, we might have had him refade instead of Onos. But we'll see what happens when he hatches again. They do finally have armor 2. So it's armor 2, weapon 2, assuming I'm reading it correctly. I got still some more jetpacks on the field there. But since they keep dying with them, that's 15 res each time. They're almost out of P-res aside from Java. It was enough for one more jetpack. It's like Swalk was being hunted there, but IOTS gave up partway through Pipe Junction. They are going to try and get Comp Lab back up. Along with Vent if they can manage it. It's like they're just going to repair the power for now. After all, they only have 6 res. So they definitely need that one in Comp Lab to go up and start paying for itself. Shade Hive has been completed, so these aliens are pretty well upgraded. They do have 2 Onos. Total is an Onos. Psycho is an Onos. This is maybe grouping up for the final push here. We got Lev Steel as a Gorge, leading the charge, versus Oizo and Java. And oh, look, hallucinations. They are gonna beacon to try and get people alive again. However, with 2 Onai, I don't know, Total's pretty low. Well, reasonably, at least comparison to Psycho, but all the Marines just get annihilated. So, yeah, there's the GG. Not quite as good at killing the life forms. They did okay on killing the lurks, but that's it for Elfir. Some hallucination Onai there killing the chair.
Command station taking damage.
And there's the banner. RadicaL has won round 2. So 1-1, always good to see. That means we hopefully have some relatively evenly matched teams here, which definitely makes for more interesting games. So we'll be switching over to Tram now with the Marine top spawn, which of course will be just so much fun. We'll see if we can get lucky and not have like 20 resets before we get the map to cooperate. Anyway, good first games from both teams. Both alien wins, so I don't know whether that means that they just feel like they have stronger alien rounds than Marine, but we'll see if they play any differently on Tram. If I can hit the right button. There we go. I hope everybody is looking forward to all the games that seem like they're going to be played on Sunday. It looked like, I don't know if the calendar's been updated yet, but I think there were like, I don't know, 6 or so games, somewhere between 4 and 6 games that are going to be played on this coming Sunday. Most of them within the same like 2-hour period, it seemed like, or at least, 3 of them. So we'll see how that goes. Definitely have a lot of choices of stuff to watch. A couple more games on Saturday, I believe, too. I'll look that up after this, after the whole, after this set of matches is over, or if this set of rounds is over, I suppose. And I think we still probably have some more that may appear out of the woodwork for this weekend, depending on whether or not teams confirm stuff. Since this is the last full weekend for week 1 matches, and then week 2 matches are also going to need to be played by Tuesday. So there'll be some more games appearing out of the woodwork, I highly suspect. Okay, let's get into spec here. See, it's always pregame. Pregame works out fine. We'll just have to see if the random number thingy cooperates. I went to Alt Tab and check the matches, but I guess I can bring that up on my tablet if I can type on it. While I do that, we'll wait for everybody to rejoin the server. How many we got in here? Looks like we got like 4 out of 6 for RadicaL at this point. So we're waiting on some people who don't have the best computers they were snarking about. 7v2. Yeah, that'll work. Let's do it. Okay, we almost have everyone, I think. Almost. I think we're still waiting on one if I can count right. Oh. See here, are they on the list yet? Yeah, there are only 3 listed currently, but it looks like we have 3 games on Saturday as well, and as I said, I think it's somewhere between 4 and 6 games on Sunday. Marine only OP if you can actually aim, but neither Marine win, so I don't know whether they're meaning to diss themselves. Let's see. Let's see, waiting around here. We got everybody joined up. Looks like the same list. No surprises. Oh yeah, my bird did say hello back there. Well, goofy bird noises, whatever. So we're just waiting on RadicaL to ready up here, so they're probably talking strats or something hopefully productive like that. And then we get to see how lucky everybody is today. I'm quite sure that it probably won't be the first one. If it is the first, if it readies up and it's actually the team starting in the right position, I will just be amazed. And it'll never happen again in the history of NS2. But since I really doubt that'll happen, I'm pretty sure we'll be sitting here waiting on at least a couple of resets so that we can get the aliens in the south in shipping. Then we'll get to see if we get to have another alien win or not. Okay, here we go. 15 seconds to start. Three, two, the longest second, and what have we got? Oh my gosh, what the hell? Lucky. Holy crud. Things I was not expecting. Anyway, we're gonna have, it looks like, 3 aliens go or 4 going up through cross and 1 through the vent. We got Skies there in Mez. Psycho going from north into hub to run into IOTS and Java. We got 2 back there building, Swalk and Total. We just got a bunch of aliens all scattered around hub, just waiting. Sky Ice is watching the vent there and waiting for Muted to poke his head around the corner. Trigu is just hiding up on the wall there. Total goes and gets taken down by Trigu. Psycho, the only one there left in hub, versus three skulks. Almost takes down Java. IOTS gets picked by Skies from over on the Mez side of things. Levsteel is also in Mez versus a bunch of chipped skulks who decide that fighting in the Mez hallway is kind of a bad idea. Looks like Java's gonna try and parasite Swalk, but he has such low health that obviously isn't gonna engage there. It looks like Total will probably Total or Psycho may come into warehouse as well and try and pick him. Looks like Muted is trapped in the vent. They do have mines up already. It sounds like there was one mine put up there in the vent. Left Steel and Skies, it looks like moving towards ET. Skies is going to hang back and see if he could pick anybody. Oh no, he's going to go into ET as well. Looks like Trigu is hiding up in the rafters over in the OBS side of things. Gets backed up by Java. Muted is trying to take down the mine there and does. But there's a mine on the other side which almost gets him there and only kind of wings him, it looked like. Got Oizo there up in warehouse taking down that RT. Meanwhile, also IOTS was working on the one in platform, but Psycho's there. They're just gonna dance around the RT a little bit, it looks like. IOTS will probably end up going down here unless Psycho totally messes up. They're just gonna dance over there. We got 2 Marines moving into OBS, and that RT is under half health and assisted, so that needs to be resisted ASAP if they're hoping to save it. Yeah, IODS did go down there. Mr. Oiz is going to go into warehouse again and see about clearing that up, but Swalk is there on the north side of the room. So he will probably be unable to clear that distance and does get taken down by Psycho, who is still in the doorway. Looks like it's not going to happen. Bye, RT. Goodbye. Got Trigu hiding up in the ceiling again. Pounces down and takes out Swalk. Total is left there over by the tech point. We have Lurks up. IOTS is flapping around there. And though Trigu goes down, we've got, looks like Total will go down, finally. Skies and Psycho are about to be pounced on by Java, potentially, with Muted down around the corner. That RT in Ops is being rebuilt. They are getting armor 1s. However, it will almost certainly not be up for this by the time this engagement is completed. Java gets picked, Muted picks Sky Ice, and then Psycho also gets taken down. Both lurks are up, with Trigu being the other lurk now. Levsteel gets on there and his mine turned out to be relatively useless. Total is going to go down to Trigu. ET has been cleared, but the extractor blueprint is still there. Armor 1 is now complete. Yeah, that mine kill. We got Psycho and Sky Eyes moving into ET to go and probably attempt to build that, assuming they can not die to reinforcements, but the alien reinforcements. However, both lurks are on the left side of the map currently, and both, along with Muted as Skulk, are going to go after Swalk here, who gets taken down. Looks like Muted is going to go up into warehouse and take down that RT, since the one here in ore is still a blueprint as well. Total is all by himself, but is going to try and pick off Trigu, who goes into the vent. Shotguns have been started. Saying Mr. Oizo versus Psycho there in hub, with IOTS moving in to spike him. Be obnoxious. Let's see here. I do have that RT up in ET. It is still sisted in that area though. Looks like weapons one is also completed along with shotguns. There, it looks like Psycho will probably go down here. If Trigu can, there we go, Trigu got him. Okay, Lev steals next. IOTS will probably get him. Oh, Mr. Oizo may steal it. Nope, IOTS got him. We're gonna take down that ET, RT. Phase, obs completed, phase tech started. We got Sky Ice there with a shotgun. Trying to kill IOTS, who dodges away. Probably hiding behind some of those, the ceiling furniture, or whatever you want to call it, there. That giant crane in the middle of the room. Anyway, Muted is backing up into repairs with Sky Ice and Total both with shotguns, so we're going to move in there next. We got Trigu taking down the RT there in Ore, along with IOTS clearing mines on the one in Warehouse, and that one will probably also go down. Got Trigu trapped on the wrong side of the map in a sense, since he's been cut off from the hive. We got Psycho and Levsteel moving into Obs and taking that down, or in the process of taking that down. Got Java trying to parasite. Does parasite Psycho, but that RT is probably doomed since both lurks are working on trying to clear both shotgunners out of repair as well. Got Muted hiding around the corner here from Swalk, who probably hurt him or something like that. Gets taken out easily. Got Sky Ice and Total trying to split up the lurks, and Trigger got pretty low there. Or at least pretty low in relation to shotguns, but Levsteel's in their hive right now, down in shipping. He does get cleared, so that shotgun is doomed. They are only one res away from fades. So those will be showing up in the next, 30 seconds or whatnot. It looks like RadicaL's done a very good job at clearing up repairs. And so obviously, with them now moving into sub-access, this may actually be shifting in the Marines' favor. If they're able to go and get a gate up. Oh, but here we go. We got the fades on the field, and Java might flash. But he gets out of there with some ridiculously low amount of health. Under 10, it looked like. Trigu does go down. So much for potentially getting a gate out there in Logi. Looks like they took just a little bit too long. Missed a few pistol shots that would have been good to clear Java there as a fade. Got IOTS moving into IOTS and Muted there in hub. Looks like Psycho went around a corner there and may get cleared, but Muted isn't going to risk it. Looks like they're going to go for a hub gate instead, since the one in Logi did not work. With 4 Marines there, that'll be very hard for them to push, so I'm assuming they're going to be going and just clearing the res for the next short period of time here. Swalk is going to go down at the RT, which will probably go down very promptly. We got Levsteel and Psycho moving into repair again, but both with LMGs and against both fades, so they time the swipes right. Or Muted can almost go down. You better watch out there and hope that nobody from hub is there paying attention, which there isn't, so he should be good. So as long as Total doesn't come flying around the corner, yeah, he's good. Levsteel is in Logi, trying to take down that RT and see if they can pull back some life forms to defend the res. Psycho's going to go back into repairs and be annoying. IOTS is at half health there in the vent, so he's just going to go try and escape and not engage, but Levsteel is waiting and takes down IOTS there in the hallway. Got Java and Muted there on the phase gate, trying to take down whoever happens to pop through it. With Java there as well, with Trigger there as well, they may end up taking that down. It looks like they lost both lurks. I missed Trigger going down. So not exactly the best there for Elfir. Definitely res-wise, they're not exactly the best for Elfir. They've been doing an okay job. Both teams have been doing a pretty reasonable job at taking out the other team's RTs. Looks like RadicaL is going. Yeah, RadicaL. It's because their name is in the other order. Total goes down there to Muted. Got Muted also taking down Psycho there. They got some mines there right around the corner, which have since been blown up. Oh, and we lost Mr. Oizo, who this time was fading. He is gone. Looks like they had 3 fades there for a very short amount of time. Ayats and Trigu up there on platform, which gets very low. May go down here. Oh, that mine! That mine! Good placement from mines from Swalk. He is going to repair that a bit. Meanwhile, we got down in Logi again. We got 3 Marines in there, and they're just getting the gate. And try and see if they can end this rather promptly. Both fades swooping in there to try and take down, to clear the Marines. Looks like Total is the next one down, but Java goes down. 1 fade left. They do clear the Marines, but at what cost? They do not have anybody saving for Onos anymore. That was 3 fades all in. All gone. No lurks. Lurks all gone. So it'll be quite a while before they end up getting enough to get some more higher life forms on the field again. They're just going to have to really go after that res. But since it looks like almost all the Marines have shotguns, it's just not going to be a very happy world for those skulks. Muted is going to have to do some serious killing here to see if he can get those shotguns down. And especially if they're in places where the RadicaL guys can't reach them again. Okay, Ayats does take down one of them there in the hallway to ET. Swag is pushing forward into south tunnels. Meanwhile, over in repair, we got Total and Psycho yet again moving towards Logi. However, they both have LMGs. There isn't much as far as the P-res goes on Marine side. There is enough for... Well, one guy has a lot. Psycho has a lot of P-res. So there could be some more shotguns coming out eventually, but at the moment, looks like they're just going to save and get that gate up. They are going for weapons 3. If I can read that correctly. Yes. They're going for weapons 3. Getting gorge upgrades here, so I'm guessing that they're just gonna get bile bomb. That gate is gonna get bile bombed if they ever get it up and finished. Swalk and Total are gonna get converged on by pretty much all the skulks, along with Muted. They do get cleared, and Left Steel is running away with his shotgun. But if he doesn't land, yeah, okay, he is gonna get cleared there. We got the RT and ET being recapped. I got the one in repairs just going boom. And Total and Swalk yet again pushing towards Logi. Muted is going to go take a few swipes there. Get the heck out. Lev Steel was coming in to try and pinch them, but now it's only skulks. Looks like Total is the... Yeah, he's going to clear that skulk. It's moving up through north tunnels. Looks like the RT and Ore going down, the one in warehouse next on the list. Well, we got 3 this time, 2 shotguns moving into Logi. They are going to probably get that gate up with that defense. Unless the Marines make some bad choices there. One shotgun down, 2 shotguns down. Left Steel is the only one left, and that gate is still under half built. Muted should be able to go through and clean that up pretty promptly, yeah. That gate is not going to go up. Elfir is doing a really good job at making sure that gate does not happen. And I apologize, I live on the same street as a hospital, so that would be an ambulance. We got Sky Ice going after that RT again. And there goes Obs. Meanwhile, we got, looks like a bit of med spam going on there. Muted backing up, but Psycho's there in the hallway. Muted not too horribly concerned. He has plenty of health to get out of there. Got Oizo being obnoxious over by the gate. Looks like there is enough res now for the lurks to re-lurk if they so wish. Let's take another look at the res graph if I can hit the right button here. 11 versus 7. See, the Marines have had a pretty good grip on their RTs most of that. Muted just goes and like blows up every mine on the planet. But he's in that vent, Total and Sky Ice on the other side. However, they just had LMGs, so it could be a little bit iffy. He was able to get out no problem. Looks like they may be trying for an OBS gate instead of a Logi gate, since the Logi pushes have ended so badly. Muted gets stuck there for a moment on the door frame. That's kind of my trick. Sky Ice is the only one left there in OBS, and IOTS, as Lurk again, is going to try and take him down. Gets a little bit low, but not too bad. Trigu has re-lurked as well, so it looks like that is what they're doing. They're still a long way from Onos, though. So I guess they're probably going to try and take this with just slowly, without the Onos, quite obviously. Okay, the next Logi push gets wiped out. Armor 2 has been started. Got Muted versus Sky Ice there. Almost in hub, but not quite. Looks like Mr. Oiz is going to go after the warehouse RT there. Let's see here. What do we want to click? Looks like they do have an arc factory started up there in hub, so they're probably just going to come down and just arc the heck out of sub and call it done. Or shipping, and call it done. Then again, they might clear Logi and decide to put a gate there as well, since that has been PvE'd up a bit. Looks like Total was able to save the RT in warehouse. Mr. Oizo gets picked off the one in ore. You got Skies and Psycho moving down into Logi yet again. Contagious out of the hive, along with Muted. They managed to push him back. Push the 3 Marines there back a bit. It looks like Levsteel also joined the group. Looks like the RT in warehouse is being taken down as this happens. And Muted is down. There are no fades. It is just... IOTS died at some point too. I don't know where. But it's the only life form is Trigu. So unless they have some magic, this isn't looking so good. They do only have 1 chair at this point though, so... Yeah, something crazy could happen. Yeah, good point there from chat that I hadn't been looking at. Aliens have a ton of res. They could do stuff. They could drop. Well, no, they can't drop eggs. They need another hive. But they definitely could make it more annoying. They're just gonna move the arc factory up here to Logi since they got that gate up now. Without that fade, with only 1 lurk that is currently getting low on health. He's probably gonna go get stuck in that vent. I hate that vent. It's dumb. Because he can't come through Logi, obviously, now. And looks like if Swalk is paying attention, he may get that pick on Trigu. Unless Trigu hides in the ceiling forever. He's pretty much trapped. They just need to converge on him. They're just taking down the RT there. Trigu is apparently very good at hiding. Where is he? Let's take a look at where he's hiding. He's just hiding up there. He has a good little spot, and he's going to keep quiet. They have some sentries up now in hub, also. So definitely doesn't want to be going through there. Looks like they're going to try and rescue him. He's going to get clear, almost get taken down. He really better be careful there on his way back to the hive. I mean, we got Levsteel and Swalk there. Trigu, you are our only hope. Yeah, RadicaL is definitely... they seem to be pretty confident on a tram, it seems like. They've been rocking this map. I mean, definitely they've slowed... there's been constant res pressure from Elfir on RadicaL's RTs, but it's not been enough. They have another OBS there, so they don't have to scan. Now they're just going to pump out a bunch of arcs and end the game. Do have 2 gorges. What silly gorge nonsense are they doing here? Oh no, 1 gorge left. They were doing silly gorge nonsense in a vet, and I missed it. Oizo better run away. Poor little gorgie. Oh, and there is the GG. All that res, and it wasn't used. It's like they're gonna just arc down the hive. We still have 2 people left in the game, so... But that was pretty decisively in RadicaL's favor. We'll see how they play on aliens, whether it'll be another thing like it was on Summit, or what? Emergency hive, it didn't work. Well, good games from, another good game from RadicaL there. We'll see if Elfir can take it back and get a Marine win on the last round here. Well, at least this time pregame isn't taunting us by having the Marines be North Spawn, but I really doubt that we're going to get that lucky again unless something crazy happens. Let me refresh the page here, just see. So we will just see how while we wait for the other RadicaL. I have to actually log in. That sounds like work. Forget it. Got some messages here to respond to. What do they say? Yep, just waiting on RadicaL. I got spammed at. Okay, we still have the same lineup, I'm assuming. Yes. Good to go. Just waiting on RadicaL again. So, bets on how many times we're gonna have to restart this time. Yeah, I see comments about buffering. I have no idea what causes said buffering. I know that if you're European, that it seems like there's a higher chance of the stream being stupid and buffering. I know I don't have it set to a particularly high bit rate, so it shouldn't be me having the bit rate set too high. I know that refreshing a bunch can sometimes make you get a better connection. So if you haven't tried that, you should try that. I don't know what else to suggest. Okay, got the RadicaL here. We're gonna be live in 10 seconds. With the final round of Elfir versus RadicaL. Assuming we get the right spawns. And we do not. Hey, resets. The game is not broken. Oh, and of course it happens in pregame. Okay, let's try number 2. Yet again, okay. This will be try number 3 once they restart again. Let's see how this goes. Let's try this. Try number 3. Exactly, bird. Nope. Nope. Okay, let's try number 4. What was that first game instant? What was that first game being? That jinxed it. Oh, no. Aliens are apparently loving top half of the map. Let's try restart number 5. Nope. Oh, really? Come on, do it. Make it so. Can only count until 5. Uh, Come on, you can do it. Oh, here we go. Finally. Okay, we're to have a Marine start in server. Finally. Let's make this a good round. We got 3 aliens moving out towards the right side and 2 towards hub. Got Trigu and IOTS moving towards the north side, and Oizo and Java moving towards Mez. We got 1 hanging back, which would be muted to build stuff. Poking at, looks like Lev Steel and Swalk there. Meanwhile, we got 3 moving up towards platform versus Trigu and IOTS. RadicaL hiding in the little vents and stuff on the side there, while Sky Ice and Psycho hang out around the corner. Lev Steel and Swalk are just taking their time hiding around random objects. Obs has been completed. Looks like they're gonna push in there. 2 of the 3 Marines taken down, 1 Skulk also taken down. We got Total versus Muted there, running around the little pillar in the center of the room there, and platform side has also been cleared. 3 Marines dead and 3 Skulks very, very badly chipped. 1 Skulk still left up in the fights at the north side of the map. Java coming over and very easily taking him down Sky Ice there. Lev Steel waiting around the corner there on the box along with Swalk. Java and Oizo being already parasited, they're just waiting around for early phase tech, it looks like. Looks like Mr. Oizo is going to be the one converged on here. Psycho gets taken out. And there goes Java. Sky Ice is going to be the first one up there on the RT, but with Muted and IOTS coming around the corner. It'll be a 3v2 here, assuming Swalk doesn't get picked too early. Okay, it is. Meanwhile, we got 2 Skulks moving up into platform. But Mr. Oizo and Java moving up to support Muted and IOTS. The route to base is actually open right now, at least until Trigu moves back into north tunnels and then platform. They really haven't been allowed to cap much. Phase tech has been completed. They just recycle the obs or something. Okay, it's still there. Momentary confusion there when it disappeared. Anyway, we got Java and IOTS hanging out there in obs, taking out that RT, getting that early pressure on the naturals. Total coming out to be the only one there to try and clear that. Looks like it will be another minute-ish until lurk res. Muted getting the power primed there in hub, but Sky Ice, Swalk, and Psycho are gonna take him down. And then roll right along over towards the Mez and ET side of things. Got Mr. Oizo creeping around corners there, hoping to catch somebody out unawares. It's like IOTS versus all the Skulks. In the corner there, he gets taken down. Now it's Java's turn to try and take down all the Skulks. He gets 2 of them picked. It's only Total left. And he's just gonna pistol him to death, and Total missed. Okay, he does get taken down there by Oizo. Got Lev Steel trapped between Trigu and Iots. Goes in the vent. Tejas just picks him off and gets back in the chair. We do have lurks up, Sky Ice and Swalk again. They clear out the Marines there that were on the way to Obs. Shotguns have started researching. Hub is still staying relatively clear, though total is pretty low HP, as is Psycho. So though that RT is pretty much doomed, if somebody could get in there, they could clear those two skulks very quick. Lev Steel looks like he probably will go down to Java and Oizo. If, potentially. Maybe not. Oh, he does go down, finally. Shotguns have been completed, so we'll be seeing those out on the field soonish. Looks like power will be taken down in ET if nobody goes in there. Got the Lurk rotating over towards the left side of the map. Probably will be going after Trigu here, who's up in the little hallway north of Or. All by himself. He's just gonna glide around there and see if he could get the jump on him. Does not, gets taken down to half health. But Psycho is moving up to support him as well, so they're just gonna spike down that nice long hallway and then move in for the kill. We got IOTS, Java, and Muted moving into Hub. Assuming they're gonna try and get their gate up. Which they're gonna put over there by the power node, which is not always the most common spot, it seems like. Lev Steel gets taken down in the base. Total backs out before he gets picked. Gate is up. Power is up, so they do have the hub phase gate going. Not the one in base, though. Mr. Oizo's building that. Meanwhile, they're going to lose the res node in warehouse. And IOS may be walking into a little area here where you may get pinched by both lurks. He's changed his mind. Okay. Meanwhile, we got some PvE creeping up towards ET. And Java and Oizo just hanging out on the Mez hallway there to ET. Got a lurk there up in, which would be Swalk, up in platform, getting reasonably wounded. While Total tried to take down the RT, but Trigu and IOTS are not going to let that happen. We got Oizo and Java moving in to desist and then hopefully kill that RT in Or, but with two Skulks and Sky Ice moving in there, they may get cleared up before that had happened. But since it has been desisted, it may still end up being dead. Or is it desisted? Yes. Does appear to be. So that may be dead anyway. We got IOTS there up in warehouse. May take down Lev Steel, but nope. Sky Ice shows up at the last, or Swalk shows up at the last second. This is again another game where the aliens have a lot more res. Or Elfir is gonna have to go and take down some of those res towers because they have 5 versus, you know, Elfir's 3. There's only been 4 taken down, so not the like most intense res biting, but as long as they are keeping hold of what they have. Fades are up, so we've got Total and Psycho again as Fades. Looks like Lev Steel is saving for Onos. At least in this particular instant. Got Psycho there over by the gate. Lev Steel and Psycho are gonna try and grind that, and it looks like the 3 from Or are gonna be running back in there ASAP, along with 2 popping out from the gate. If they could take down that, if they could take down a life form, that'd be definitely a good thing for them. They've not made much progress on going and killing those, killing the RTs. Or the harvesters mostly, I guess. The tree go down. It's like they have a whole giant pile of PvE there to stop Java and Oizo from moving into ET. They may actually have to arc that if they can get enough res, but at this point they're not in the best of positions. That gate may end up going down here with all the life forms sort of converging on that little section of the map, and with 2 more Marines dead, and the other 2 out of position, that gate is going to go away. Oh, and Java actually friendly fires the last little chip of health on that phase gate. Not that it exactly mattered much. That thing was going to go bye-bye no matter what. So I have to see what they do next. They're going to get boxed in here if they aren't careful. They really need to get some of those life forms down if Elfira is going to win. Otherwise, RadicaL's just making a pretty strong turnaround after that first round of theirs. Proving that it isn't just that they did good at Marine Tram, but they're doing pretty dang well at Alien Tram as well. Sky Ice is just going to miss a bunch of bites there and end up spiking down Java. And then IOTS is too late and going to get chomped on by Swalk. Got muted creeping along there, but along with Mr. Oizo, they did just claim ET, and I'm assuming those guys just heard it. If they didn't, that would be silly. Do have a drifter on that. Both lurks still up, but where's Left Steel? He's pretty low. Swalk is also pretty low. Swalk, if they'd gotten a few bullets in there, they would have gotten a lurk down. It looks like that little push on the hive there didn't happen. IOTS is just going to hang out there in the center of the map and probably get taken down there by Psycho and Total as their little mini fade ball. Oizo and Trigu are going to push Sky Ice out of Mez, but that cis chain is just creeping along. They are only less than a minute away from Onos, if I'm doing the math correctly. Mr. Oizo's going to go down there. Shotgun or not, he's gone. Sky Ice might go down. Nope, nope, he got around the corner. IOT's also going to try there, see if, but he gets taken down. It's not looking so good. They could technically recap up there in platform, but it's not looking particularly well for Elfiri yet again. They have not been very good at taking down these life forms this round. Mr. Oizo's going to go down there. Onos upgrades started. They're still at Armor 1, Weapons 1, unless I'm misreading, so that could be part of the reason. But it's not like they've had many RTs, so look at that graph. Aliens have just like out of this, they've taken off. They're in freaking orbit. We got a huge push here out through platform to try and see if they can probably take down some life forms, but they're just going to GG it because it is not worth fighting through that. So definitely some good games there from RadicaL. IOTS kills Mr. Oizo up there. I don't know whether they're just being silly or whatnot. But yeah, definitely good games from both teams. And RadicaL takes this 3-1. I don't know whether RadicaL just needed that first round there to get warmed up, and then they're just gonna like go. They just went crashing through, but hey, it's all good. And so yeah, that'll be it for this. This is one of the two last week 1 games. I'll take a moment here and tell you what's up next. As far as other rounds go. Let's see, week 1, we've got the only other week 1 game we have is Omnom versus Mr., which is Saturday the 5th at 19 CET or 2 p.m. Eastern. Week 2 games, we have like 4 games on Sunday. On Sunday, we've got Wonga versus Elfir. We've got Silver Moon versus Gorge Busters. Looks like, okay, Wonga versus Elfir on streamed by Vindaloo. We've got Silver Moon versus Gorge Busters on the main NS2 channel. It's 22 CEST. We've got Frequency versus ACV. Also at 19 CEST, casted by Dangio over on Hitbox. We've got UK Team Play versus She-Wolves by It's Super Effective at 3 p.m. Eastern on Sunday. We got all kinds of games going on this weekend. The calendar needs to be updated because I would just read off of that, but I know some of the games are not on there. And yeah, let me catch up on chat here a little bit, but yeah. My my bird is singing. She's very good at making noise. See, make sure I didn't say anything. Or make sure I didn't miss anything there. But yeah, let's take a look at the main page. Or wait, let's check week 3. We actually do have some week 3 games coming up. Got my team's playing on, so Oz versus Work in Progress Saturday at 8 p.m. Pacific. We got, no, that's farther out. We got another Sunday game, Mr. versus Ta, which I will be casting. That is at 2:10. Is that 3:10 Eastern? I'm hoping that somebody that is it Simba and Pelargear who are. I apologize. For some reason, keep having issues with that with your name. I think he was watching at least. Every time when I try and say it, I like mentally can say it right, but physically cannot for some reason. Either way, I hope one of you guys. I think you guys are the ones in charge of the calendar. If you guys could get that updated so we can see the rest of the games, it should be a really good weekend for games, and hopefully a lot of cool stuff should be casted. Sunday I'll be busy, and I hope you guys enjoyed these rounds because it was fun. Always good to cast. And I will hopefully see you guys all whenever the heck the next time I cast is, or in some other rounds. Whatever. Anyway, I will see you guys later. Thanks for stopping by.